Okay, it is time for some math, and you are looking at our January number corner for the month of January. And we talked about the fact that we started a new year. January started on Friday last week, January 1st. Saturday was January 2nd. Sunday was January 3rd. Yesterday was January 4th. And today is Tuesday, January 5th, 2021. So if you take a look here, here is our date, 1-5-21, January 5th, 2021. And today is the 71st day of school. So if you take a look, it is 7 tens and 1 1. Here I have it written, 71. We have 70 plus 1 equals 71. And we have 10 plus 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 1 equals 71. If I'm drawing it in tens and ones, here we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and a 1, 71. And then we know our calendar looks like this. Okay, it's got a lot of equations on our calendar. Okay, and I showed you our first equation yesterday was 6 minus something equals 1. And if you like to use subtraction, you could use subtraction to solve that. If you like to use addition, you could use addition to solve that. I could say 6 minus what number gives me 1, or I could say 6 minus 1 and I could find that number. Or I could say 1 plus what number gives me 6, because I know the opposite of addition is subtraction and the opposite of subtraction is addition. The next problem for the second on January 2nd was 2 plus blank equals 2. And we talked about that one being pretty easy schmeezy, right? 2 plus 0 equals 2. The third day we had 1 plus 2 equals 3. And then yesterday was January 4th. So our job was to make the number 4. It said the kids had 7 balls, they lost some, and now they have 4. So I could say, 7 minus 4 could find me that number. Or I could say 4 plus what number gives me to 7. If I like to add, I could use addition. If I like to subtract, I should use subtraction. And I know that that missing number in there is 3. 7 minus 3 equals 4. Well, today is the 5th, so we're trying to make the number 5. They got a little tricky here, and they put our 5 right in here. 5 is actually in the middle of our equation. Blank minus 5 equals 2. Well, opposite of subtraction is addition, so I could solve it by saying 5 plus 2 equals, or I could say 2 plus 5 equals, and either way, I would find out that the number that goes here is 7. I want to always be very careful to make sure that the numbers on both sides of the equation bring me to the same number. 7 minus 5 equals 2 on one side, and on the other side of the equal sign is a 2. So I have 2 and 2 on both sides of the equation. So tomorrow will be January 6th, so we will be making the number 6 in some way, or 6 will be in our equation somehow tomorrow. All right, well, in the month of December, we talked about doubles. So the first part of our slide here is doubles. Take a look at this first picture. How many red dots on the top and how many red dots on the bottom? I heard you say 5. So 5 plus 5 is my double. And what is my double? Thumbs up. You are right. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Now let's take a look at our next one. Oh, I heard you shout it out already. You are right. 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom. So my equation is, you are right, 4 plus 4 equals 8. 4 plus 4 equals 8. That is my double. Okay, next one. What's on the top and what's on the bottom? Thumbs up. 3 plus 3 equals, you got it, 6. And we talked about how all of these doubles, when we double them, we always get, you're right, even numbers. 2 plus 2 is our next double. Who's got that one for me? Oh, I heard you yell it out. You are right. Easy schmeezy for you, right? 2 plus 2 equals 4. All right, last one. Oh, I don't know. This is a toughie. Who can do it? You are right. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Very good. All right, now, this is the trickier part. This month, we're going to use these to solve the equation on the second side. So if I know that 5 plus 5 equals 10, what would 5 plus 4 equal? I heard you shout it out, 9, right? I just have one less there on my tens frame, or in my tens frame, excuse me. So I know 5 plus 4 equals 9. Or I could look at it this way. I could say 4 plus 4 equals 8. 5 plus 4 equals 9. It depends on how you like to think about it. Do you like to think about one more or one less? Either way, it's a quick way for us to come up with that answer. If I know 4 plus 4 equals 8, how about 4 plus 3? 4 plus 3 equals, you got it, 7. Now, maybe for you, you'd rather say, 3 plus 3 equals 6. So I know 3 plus 4 equals 7. If I know 2 plus 2 equals 4, then I know 2 plus 3 equals 5. Does anybody do that strategy when they're adding? I've seen and heard quite a few of you use this one, I think. It's kind of helpful, don't you think? 1 plus 1 equals 2. Then 1 plus 2 equals, you got it, 3 is one more. So it depends which way you like to work those. Maybe you like to do one more, or maybe you like to do one less. Okay, friends, the next job that we have for this month is a collection. So we spin the spinner each day, and if you noticed, we spun 4 pennies. So we're going to bring 4 pennies over. Okay, and then we're going to do another spin. And we have a dime and 2 pennies. Okay, so we have a spin for January 4th and a spin for January 5th. Here's our spin for January 3rd. Ooh, 2 dimes. January 2nd. Ooh, pennies again. Okay, and one more spin for January 1st, and we're all caught up. And a dime and 2 pennies. Lots of pennies so far on our spins. Well, we shall see at the end of the month what we have spun on the spinner. Now, this is interesting because this is also what we're going to do for our activity today. We're going to do a little something with coins. We're going to use the penny and the dime. So before we get started, we should probably talk and remember penny is worth, you got it. I heard you sing it right after me. Penny is worth 1 cent. We have Abe Lincoln on the head side, the Lincoln Memorial on the tail side. A penny is worth 1 cent. A penny is worth 1 cent. A penny is worth 1 cent. Show me one finger right now. And then a dime. A dime is worth 10 cents. A dime is worth 10 cents. A dime is worth 10 cents. Show me 10 fingers right now. And the last one we're going to use is that nickel. And when I open up our game, you're going to see our nickel. So when you go into your assignment today, it's going to look like this. And you're going to play 2 different games. You're going to play who has more cents with nickels and pennies. And you're going to play who has more cents with dimes, nickels, and pennies. Okay. So when you click on the game, it will open like this, and you have to click on the word. And if for some reason it doesn't look like this, you want to hit these arrows up here and it'll clear it off for you. You'll say, yes, I want to start over, and it'll clear it off. So on this game, it says who has more cents, nickels and pennies. So the one we didn't talk about yet was our nickel. A nickel's worth what? You got it. A nickel's worth 5 cents. We have Thomas Jefferson. A nickel's worth 5 cents. A nickel is worth 5 cents. A nickel is worth 5 cents. Show me 5 fingers right now. Now, you can either play, this says students versus teacher. You can either play you versus a parent or you versus a friend, or you could say you versus your stuffed animal, you versus, you could pretend to be me, something like that. So you'll spin the spinner, and we spun a nickel. Now, if you spun a nickel, what would you cross off here? You're right. You're going to cross off 5 pennies because that nickel is worth 5 cents, right? Okay, now we're going to spin for me. And we have 3 pennies for me. Spin for you. Ooh, another nickel for you. So if you had 2 nickels so far, what do you have? Ooh, I heard somebody yell it out. 5 plus 5 equals, you got it. Just did that one, didn't we? 10. Okay, we're going to spin the spinner again for me, and I have a nickel and a penny. Okay, I have 1 that's not crossed off here in this row. So you have 10 and I have, you got it. You have 5 plus 5. I have 5 plus 4. I have 9. Ooh, another nickel for you. Wow, you guys are lucky. Just going to cross this out real quick. Okay, so let's count your 5s. 5, 10, 15. Nice. Ooh, I'm going to say re-roll because it's really hard to tell. Okay, I have 3 pennies. So I have 10 and 2 more. So 10. Oh, you got it. We worked on that yesterday. 12. I have 12. Okay, we're going to do yours. Your spin. 3 pennies. My spin. 3 pennies. Okay, so I'm at 15, but you are at 16, 17, 18. Okay, you have 3 pennies. And I think you get the hang of this. So you are going to play the game. And anytime you spin the spinner on the pennies, you're moving 1. If you spin on the nickel, you are moving 5. Okay, like I said, when you want to erase, you're hitting that and saying yes, you want to start over. Now, if you go back, the next way you're going to play the game is with nickels, dimes, and pennies. So I'm going to click on it. And see how these markings are on here? We're going to hit that start over. And now we've started over. So I'm going to spin the spinner. And we're starting you off with a nickel and a penny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one more. Oh boy, I started off with a nickel and 2 pennies. All right, time for your spin. Ooh, a nickel and 2 pennies. Okay, I just have a nickel. Okay, your spin. And you have a nickel and a penny. Not a whole lot of dimes yet. A nickel and a penny. Ooh, I have a dime. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, you have you're still winning. Let's check it out. Okay, 3 pennies for me. Your spin. 3 pennies for you. Okay, I had a nickel and a penny. Okay, spin for you. Oh, you have a dime. Oh, look at that. You're in the lead. Nice job. All right, so you are going to keep spinning on the spinner, and you want to find a winner. Remember, when you're spinning the penny, you're going 1. If you're spinning the nickel, you're going 5. And if you spin the dime, you're going 10. And at the end of the game, you can tell me who won. If you're playing against your stuffed animal, either you or your stuffed animal, if you're playing against a parent or a brother or sister or a pet, whoever, you're going to tell me who won the game. And then the very last job for math today is Boom Cards time to the hour. Again, if you're having any problems with these things, let me know. Okay, please let me know. All right, friends. I hope you have fun with your math today. Bye.